Yate, my name is Harris Francis, and I'm from the Navajo Trachini, Trapai Bashichin, Sanjakine Dashichido Kia Ani Dashinale. And I'm at the site of my late grandfather's old trading post. My grandfather's name was Jack Nez. And this site is located in the Tisto White Cone chapters. My grandfather used to have a trading post that he established here at this place called Cottonwood Springs. The histories that my elders tell me that he established a store with the help of his good friend, the Hubble family from Ganado, Arizona. He apparently worked for him and was very close with Mr. Hubble, and that's how he got his start in the trading post business. He used to haul mail from the border towns to the reservation, and with the help of Mr. Hubble established this store. Also with this trading post he had here, he established two other stores. There was another one over here to the west at a place called Chanteau that he helped establish, and another one south of here, or north of here, I'm sorry, located near Star Mountain here, that he ran for some time. And with this feature and this exhibit, we want to honor our elders. We want to remember them. Our grandfathers, our grandmothers, the original entrepreneurs of the Navajo people. Today we don't hear about these people. They are more or less the forgotten people of the Navajo nation. We tend to hear a lot more about the Anglo traders that were here. So with this project, this is who we want to honor, our elders. We want to remember them so that they can be with us. Ahehe.
Julia is gas, net op de net gaat zien. Net op de nou legge eens. Het gaat gewoon liggen. Leuk dat de studie na aqua en na net als ik ga de aders die klinken net te. Kwijt ze het trage je trouwens te betalen tra. Adona kwijt zo dat in ik ga ja. Goed ga Ade in is not dus het te betalen. Als ja hele. Ze trappen nachgegaan. Trage je water nou die betalen. Kwijt na ka. Betalen was een ja. Nou kwijt zo dat in. Tot aan negen dat ik ga. Zijn loze land dus naar zo'n niet. Adat ze daar redden dat ze dat slaan alle. Ze naar zitten naar zo'n niet. Joabek ako. Isto be yaga la ba ako diadana. Sumato selkiti aro. Nakibe estako. Kun alia ba ako diadana. Edat adattin altsinen te saani. Otettiin okkote. Eko alia ba kadotsa tkote. Adan alia ba ana holia. Adan sitten sa tkobe jage. Adon letas kahonande. Ade. Don alia ba ako se trago. Traven alia ba rande. Så ado kata aditten det. Ado snalle ja. Pistan litote antal ade. Ja kusina kaina alia ba. Så tavada baatilne.
Shinna delninde. Is betrade tausol desilia. Nazo shin longshi. Ko shinna delninde ko. Shinna nalia bahawan delninde ko. Die dat die zet in de at de queen khayada is on die zao. Maybe 1945 adashin bohotist asli in the 1946 ajinda nalia bahawan lenigi halawat to based on lenigi shin aya chuita World War II ishin ta sister-in-law shut-in-law ishin neila asne ishin lao iya adishin bichini liga ishin ado episo ishin o kanan de hoshin ishin iya shin ada ado nekhto no shin ado shin iya bishina liya bahawan liya ko chuita nashin yo ilka anda chande ko kinido tailla to sodo lelido ado beson lenigi e honnatsla i merchandise leni edition bin na hausen ni ado shin hasu de inaste ya ho to i banda alta ne strido sandan leni tabagani gikarli alle bandil tahoda da bandil tahoda oda asin hasin tsogne kana luande ko ade do kan da luande ko kudo tonaria ba wan lindo babki da des inde do li do jada tlo na lan itan na do dan itan chukate kate la hot da alle da tlo sala hon kitli itan hot inde ho cha'iga hoda holla da hon film flan tlosen li ho kites in Japan the force later I don't know an ishin nan long koshinta ki an shin yes shin de ko betseln linje clap back senior de ninde ede ishin the pinion question na lia ba hon de ka na lia ba hon de sto na la do die tsedi de ninde edo a ka na lia ba hon de ko ishin hat ashin ikine ka hoshin a do shin da hat ez ani ko al khana han ko pen le jo ho la do ko ji dilkhache ko jo ho ko forcely a khana has jishige ko de krishin bikait ati atinda kre sani do has tweetan linje na has krende und maya do da edo trokke dat et atinas de krako ko hotsa kvæden net kvæden hini krande miden der linde lo do joitait at anreya den has joia nanli yutago nada bud kiendi adata sinle krande no isindo li feel sin da kodo da zo kvæ paswana lo ande koda ado lana kiendi ado da kvæn na kien ado na bodon na krane ko kvæ inda ditle do ben da han do ado le kvæ lana atli hindi kvæ ban da krande ado machine do kvæn da krande Gadi ahada halninde Gadi ahada haln kvæ le was is e tsabet ahada halninde da kvæ tsike kvæ kojo machine gadi chapter hasu kvæ chapter hasu kvæ yasugunde so da alta tine kvæ chapter hasu hadi tin life recreational school da hadi tine so da kvæ na lia ba onde
Oh, Shane, Alex Benali. Alex Benali's Hokan, downtown Farmington. But Annie, in Schlegel, Tratnis Sani Basha Shane. Eyes in Nasha, de Etseviani, Ahol, Yachako Canyon. Ade Nasha. Schlatna, Heda, that's a Gade Schlatna Haha, da eat that queer. Nalia Banta. Ako Shakwasan and Linchet and Nen Linige. Oh, you are that coach. Nature that the cattle has agio. A coco, quite hashin, not that's not that a yet, and then here, say, Hoko. Quite a basset da hole, Jishikona, Liapa, Shilja. A beat dot things has ado le and le ishiko. The Nathan Lishi. that it's not that in the corner. When I was growing up, like I've always said, my grandmother used to work at the Chaco Canyon Trading Post for many years. My grandmother basically ran the trading post there. And being raised by her, I hung out with her, Back then you would seem these buildings were so big, but they were actually basically half the size of what I have here, And I always remember the old people coming in. It was a lot of it was a place to socialize, with neighbors, with friends, renew friendships, renew, people knew each other, And I have seen covered wagons coming into the trading post as a little boy, and I have seen those old cars coming in, people shopping, but basically a lot of it was credit, everything was charged. I would always remember my grandmother using the old adding machine, and she'd write out a ticket and have the customer sign it, and she used to place those tickets against the wall it's like a file cabinet, but they were like they would stack up, against the wall, and that was the way they did business back then. And the big meat case there, with the Longhorn cheddar cheese sitting in there, with the bologna they had to cut and then away and then wrap it with white butcher paper. I remember those days. And the canned soda, they didn't have any of that aluminum can back then. They had the regular can, like it's like a fruit cocktail can, those steel cans, and they used to place the pop underneath a
a can opener with a handle on it. You push it down, and one side of the hole would be small, the other side of the hole would be bigger, which you would drink out of. So back in those days, I remember those. I still see some of the old canned sodas at trash pits, the old trash pits out there. So brings a lot of memories back. And again, like I said, it was a place for them to gather, socialize. People. I remember seeing them bringing in gunny sacks. When they would put their canned goods in those gunny sacks and put them over their shoulder and walk home with it. A lot of people walk to the store. You still see trails out there right along the wash, among the greasewoods, where these people used to come through, And my grandmother would always say, "Ade, she knew her people by Navajo names. There were a lot of Navajo names back then, and these people would come in and they'd joke around, and I notice in a lot of places these days when you walk into a convenience store, you don't see that friendship from the clerks or from some of these people. But back then, it was a person-to-person transaction. The trader knew his customers. The trader actually rolled up his sleeves to get behind the counter and help the customers. The trader wasn't, out playing golf back then, as far as I remember, And that's one reason. That's what I like about this business here. I know my customers. I know my customer base. I have to roll up my sleeves every morning and walk behind the counter and help my customers. That's what I like about this job. So yeah, I remember those old days. That's what inspired me. To someday I want to do that. And it's just what I wanted to get into.